The polling center is at Old Ningo in this place looks like a chapel, kind of. It's a Presby church at Old Ningo, and that's where they are doing the collation right now. We are just validating everything now. We thought everything was going to go very fast, but as it stands right now, we have about some 100 and so police stations to validate. So far, only 102 we are told have been validated so far as it stands right now. And you could see the MP, that is Sam George, who is in commanding lead, keeping his eyes widely open. He will not sleep. I can see also his agents are all here on standby watching all that is happening. But let me say that the Ningo-Prampram constituency has been very peaceful, the most peaceful election I've witnessed over the years, covering election from the Ningo-Prampram here. You may have also seen that I have not come on air so often because nothing really has happened there, because the election has been very peaceful. The police officers have conducted themselves very well. The electorate themselves, when they got to the collation center and they were asked not to come to the collation site, they all have to oblige and they stayed outside the gate. Also because there's a gate that is barricading them, and where the collation is taking place, hence they are unable to come to the collation center. And as it stands right now, you see the police officers all sitting around, and agents are all here, and everything is in order. Hopefully by 6 a.m. we should be able to get the last police station being validated, and then we will know who has won, even though we know Sam George is in a commanding lead. Johnny Hughes.
Well, Armstrong, now you mentioned that, how many polling stations in that constituency?
We are doing 206 polling stations, and we are told they've done about 102 so far.
The mood in the constituency, I know it's very early in the morning. I know the Fisher folks are getting ready. They are mending their nets to cast it into the tides and all of that. But tell me, are the people awake in that constituency, awaiting the results?
Johnny Hughes, Ningo-Prampram is fully awake as I speak to you. If you go outside, you'll see people jubilating, playing loud music, playing reggae music, and that will prevent you from sleeping. Myself, if not for the reggae music, I'm sure I would have been off long ago. There's a police officer here. He will not sleep because the reggae music is keeping him awake, and he keeps singing. And I said, yes, the spirit of music doing magic here, as many people will not sleep. And then if you go outside there, the mood out there, Johnny Hughes, tells you that indeed the winning party knows they are in full command. Hence, there's no need for us to go and sleep. Go out there right now, and the streets, even as at this time, is still choked because the fisher folks will not go fishing. They said, no, it is a winning day for us, so we are not going fishing. Let's stay and jubilate, because this is something we fought and we had it. But you know, Johnny Hughes,
right,
earlier 14 days, the voter turnout was very low. So I engaged both candidates. Sam George himself, who was very worried because the voter turnout was very low.
Right.
And prays that, yes, he knows he's going to win, but it's encouraging. I spoke with that of the NPP also, who was like, the voter turnout, that is very low. It's his magic, and that is strategy. And he's happy the turnout is very low, because the lower the numbers, the chances of him and Dr. Baumia taking a commanding lead. So that is his strategy, that people shouldn't come out to vote. Unfortunately, what we are seeing now looks like his strategy did not work as we are seeing now, because the numbers keep increasing. It looks like the fisher folk went fishing early in the morning, and those who go for farming went for farming. Later in the evening, before 5 p.m., they joined the queue, and the numbers increased comfortably. And Sam George, I'm sure by now, is smiling as well. I saw his mother a while ago, the mother who is some elderly woman. I saw her with a wife. But I'm told Sam George is just
right. Let's try and catch a conversation with Sam George, and that's Joseph Armstrong Goldalog, but they're trying to find us Sam Nati George, who's Member of Parliament for the Ningo-Prampram constituency, the Greater Accra region. That's a seat that's predominantly an NDC seat. It looks like Sam George is going to retain power. Hopefully, if you look at the provisional results that we have so far, and Armstrong is going to fetch Sam George so we can have a conversation with him. The Ningo-Prampram area, largely fisher folks and also some who engage in subsistence farming, you find them in that constituency. And then you will also go to the Ningo-Prampram area, find that a lot more people find that place a good place to have a resort and also a place to build their facilities. Let's go back to Joseph Armstrong Gold Dialogue, but Sam Nate George is with him, obviously. Man needs water to survive in these times. Sam, good to have you.
So, John Hughes, let me talk to Sam George. Sam George, you've not slept throughout the night, of course, because they are collecting agency. How far? So far, we are told about 102 have been collected so far. How will you describe the process?
Well, the process has been smooth. ECT has collected 102. I've collected all 206. And the landslide.
Because earlier we spoke with you, you were worried about the turn-up, people coming out to vote, people are not coming out, and then your opponent says that's his strategy that people will not show up. Would you say that the numbers increased before the close of poll?
Well, I think our turnout was low. Given what we secured 4 years ago and what we got today, you realize that the numbers have dropped. So percentage-wise, I mean, last election I had 69%. This time I have about 78%. And so
that's from what you have collated.
I mean, but my coalition is even more trustworthy than the Electoral Commission. They cross-check.
But their own is what we are going to use now.
Yeah, but they will cross-check for me, don't worry.
Okay.
You know, but when you look at the real numbers, we've dropped from 50,000 to 48,000. So turnout is low. Turnout is generally low. I mean, it goes to tell you that the guy who contested me didn't even understand. He doesn't understand politics. He's a land guy. Should have continued selling land, people's land, than trying to become a member of parliament. Because if he understood politics, he know that low turnouts do not favor incumbent governments. They favor opposition governments.
No, but also because it's a stronghold. So if people are not turning out to vote, it goes against.
No, my people came out to vote. His people didn't come out to vote. Look at the numbers. There are polling stations where he had 4, single-digit 4. In most of the polling stations, he polled less than 30. And in all of those polling stations, I polled in excess of 200. So my people came out. He didn't.
But generally, looking at the mood out there, do you think the NDC, the parliamentary candidates across board, I'm sure you're following what is happening in town.
It's a tsunami. It's a tsunami.
How will you describe the entire process so far? Because we are hearing some big wings are falling. Have you heard of any of your people also losing?
I'm not aware of any NDC person who's lost, but I know that there's a tsunami that's hit the NPP. I mean, they're being kicked out left, right, center. They're falling like dominoes. But expect more. I expect the finance minister to also lose. I expect her to win Karaga. I'm not surprised. I'm hearing that the Minister for Land and Natural Resources has also lost.
No, he won. I'm told he won.
He won?
Yeah, he won. He won.
That's
that.
unfortunate.
His judgment to the we are told.
Yeah, Takwa is I am. I mean, because, I mean, the Galamsey boys should have all gone. You know, but yeah, it's unfortunate if Abu has still won. But clearly, Takwa and Sohim have won.
What do you expect from
I West Wogon, we have won. I was in Eutsenya East, Kaswa, just on Wednesday to campaign with Nakoyo. And I mean, about an hour ago, she called me and said, my brother, thank you. Because I went into that constituency, did radio engagements, met with the Dangwe constituency, and I'm glad that that constituency has fallen, it's now green. And I look forward to the next parliament.
What would you say to the incident that occurred at the Eutsenya, for instance, with someone losing his life?
I mean, the fact that we didn't punish those who carried out the shooting of a human being the last time is the reason why they repeated it. But this time, power has changed. John Mahama is president. We're going to prosecute them. Discipline must be instilled. You can't go around shooting people.
But so far, the police have said that they pick up some 4 people who were engaged in that incident.
And we must see the prosecution. The last time there was a shooting there during the limited registration, the police picked up people but did not prosecute them.
So you are going to ensure that this happens.
Under John Mahama will ensure prosecution. But let me use this opportunity to say a very big thank you to the IGP Dampari for the particular attention paid to Ningo-Prampram. On Tuesday, I was on national TV and spoke about the credible intelligence we had received with threats to the constituency. And I must state that the police hierarchy did not joke about it. I got called by my regional commander, to my regional commander, my district commander, divisional commander, and I've seen at least 12 different police officers brought in from national to beef up security here. And so, I mean, when Dampare gets it wrong, I roast him. When he gets it right, I must give him his roses. With Ningo-Prampram on this one, he did a good job. Thank you very much, IGP Dampare.
You are grateful, some God.
Thank you.
John Hughes. So,
and you, like Johnny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sam George is who he says he is. We keep our careers. We drove Sylvester Tete out of this constituency. Then they put Alex Mate. Now he's no longer doing politics. He's now a chief. The land guard who has come is going to go back to selling land.
So, John Hughes, that is Honorable Sam George there
I
for
see.
you.
Sam George always has something to say.
So we are going to be here hopefully by 6 a.m. We should know the direction of this election. Yes, even though he's in a commanding lead, we will know the final results and the EC the one who has won this in finally.
Great. Thank you very much. That's a man, Joseph Gold Armstrong.